against them. Amen. Wrote in my notes, we cannot be as one that has ascended until we confront that which is within us that causes us to be offended.
Read that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
We cannot be as one that has ascended until we confront that which is within that causes us to be offended.
We can't become one. We can't become powerful. We can't ascend into the things that God has for us. We can't walk upright. We can't do it as a body until we deal with the things that offends us.
Yeah.
Amen.
False expectations always leaves you with offense. Don't put that responsibility on somebody else unless you in relationship.
Yeah. Yes.
We get offended in church, we trying to rightly relate to each other, but we don't have enough history.
Amen.
And so before I can have history with somebody in the church, I'm allowing some past history to filter this one I'm trying to establish.
Yeah.
Here you go again, warning, step away from the car, step away. you hear it, and you know, guilty by association, these little things start going off in you, and you start stepping back, you get apprehensive and stuff.
But see, that's where you have to be yourself. If you're around an individual and they're putting on facades and making like they're, you know, one thing that they're not, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. If they're putting on facades and building up a person that they're not, and then you're able to look into that and see it and call them on it. Right. You know, that's a totally different story. You know.
So you can find out that if Christ is ultimately the goal we're gonna have, it's gonna come out of relationship. It's not coming out of blue smoke.
Amen.
It's not coming out of osmosis. Jesus said in John 17, it was all about relationship.
Amen.
I'm telling you, the church is going to be effective, and the earth is going to have relationship. Are we going to have everybody on the same page? No. Tell your neighbor. No. Because everybody's not going to make that preparation.
No. Amen.
Some of us going to continue on in our life.
Yes.
But I guarantee you this, and you can hear it from my mouth, and you got to hear it from nobody else's mouth. You stay in your independent spirit. You ain't got to worry about being connected into the whole.
Yes.
I'm not going to waste my time.
Amen. Amen.
And I'm not going to penalize somebody else that want to do right on a corporate level because you independent.
That's right. That's true.
Scaffolding the saints. You got Christians that's just scaffolding. They're just attached to the building. They're not the building, they're just attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what a scaffold is. It's not the building, but it's on the outside of the building. You can do little, you can clean it and a little this and some, change, some of that, clean the building and stuff. But as far as being connected to the building, eventually that scaffold has to come down.
Yeah.
And I'm not crazy to think that I'm a pastor to everybody at this church. I only pastor those that respond.
Amen.
Said my sheep what? Thank you. Ain't that respond? And the stranger they won't follow, so I'm only pastor the ones that respond. If you don't respond to what's being said, then I'm not your pastor. That's easy stuff for me.
It's true.
I guess we can close right here. On that sour note. But it's the truth though. We're going to talk about next week, we're going to talk about the full gospel. And the full gospel is the body. We're going to talk about, I know all we've done is dung the tree. Good. Took us 6-7 messages, dug the ground, put dung on it, boo or whatever, you have to dung a tree. See, anybody that deals with trees, they'll let you know there's certain levels, and the first thing they have to do is to excavate the tree. They have to get the things, the weeds and everything that's around it, so they can put the proper nutrients in it. You know what I'm saying? So they have to resoil it. And that's all we were doing. Then I'm going to have to put the dung on it. That's what we did too today. We put the dung on it. That's the manure that causes it to grow, to get healthy. And then you have to go and then you have to prune it. You inspect it, then you prune it. To see what the growth is, to measure the tree and see if it's healthy, if it was everything you did previously was correct, so that you can come and prune it. So and that's just like our life. God does that with us. So it gets stanky. Some folks ain't want to be around you, because that's just the manure. That's coming from your life. You got a stench on you. Instead of calling you Bobo, they call you Boo Boo. in the spirit. I know it sounds nasty, but God, but in the kingdom, He already told us in Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good. So even Bobo and Boo Boo work together to make sure you are whole. So there are bad situations, there are good situations. And I can handle bad situations. I can handle dysfunctionality in the house of God because it happens. I can handle things not seeing eye to eye. I can handle the roller coasters. I can handle the agitation and the discrepancies you have and the dislikes you have. I can handle that because I think relationship is so valuable.
Amen.
That sometimes you have to handle the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's across the board. That could be church related. It could be marriage, dealing with a husband and a wife situation. It could be a litany of stuff. It could be with you and your boss. Just because don't let an incident destroy the whole course of your life. One incident. Don't get shipwrecked because they have one bad incident. You ever heard? I heard people say, I ain't going to work. I'm like, what? Why? Because you had a flat tire? That's crazy to me. You're going to be late. Just damn know you're going to be late. Right. I mean, wouldn't you rather have $67 than zero? I mean, I know you're going to be 82 to show up, but at least you get something. That's what happened in the house of God. Start having bad days and bad times, and we want to blame this and blame that. And I've been wanting to say so bad, you just don't know. Sometimes people like, I've been wanting to blast folks and say, it's not really the issue. It's not the incident. It's never the incident, y'all. Let me tell you something. The actions we do is never that act. It's never, ever the act. It's never the act. It's always a bunch of events. Things leading up to it. That you found safe enough to say, I'm going to blame this. You don't say it. But in the back of your mind, say, this is a good opportunity. I wasn't going to get out now. This is the best time to go. If I wasn't going to leave before, I'm going to use this opportunity. That door wide open. I see the sunshine. I'm out. It's the truth. Sit back and we build cases. Come on now. We become professional lawyers. Come on. We start arguing cases. And, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about when you become, you holding, I mean, you got dates and times on it. See, my wife, she's good at that. My daughter's good at that. I'm like, man, I have all the information scrambled up. It could be December and June. I'm like, men don't think like that. I can just tell you it happened. I can't tell you what day it happened, what time it happened. I can't even tell you what I said, but I can tell you what I feel. You got it all mixed up. I don't care. I feel this way. But ultimately, y'all, your pastor is a people person.
Amen.
I love people. I've always loved people. And anybody that exalt ministry over people are headed for destruction. We don't have a big building. Got a big heart.
Amen.
I love you guys, and I want to see you guys get to the next place. You don't have to be perfect to be mature, y'all.
Amen.
Because I struggle, prophets struggle, all of us struggle, but we're not perfect, but we're mature.